How's it going? What's up, Joe? Good. How you doing? So we're still working through those conversations. Actually, meeting with his agent, Todd France, within the next couple days. We'll have a little more clarity on the situation after that, but we're working on it. I think right now all options are on the table. What those options are, we'll find out. I'll have a little more clarity on that after I meet with the agent. Yeah, I think we would use it. We would definitely use it if we had to use it. And, we love Brian. Brian's a Panther, somebody that, I know and that I'm close to. I played with his brother, so, definitely love Brian, but all options are on the table for him. We need some more playmakers. Obviously we have Adam Thielen, Mingo, but we got to add some more receivers, some more depth and competition in that room right now. And, we just got to get guys that can make plays. That's really what we're, looking at in the draft or whether free agency. Yeah. I think we're going to, we have all intentions on re-signing Frankie. We love Frankie. He embodies what a Panther is. He's tough. He's got that dog mentality that we talk about. Nothing's guaranteed in this league, but we are going to try to extend him. Yeah, I think so. We have had some talks with Drew Rosenhaus, his agent. I think we will look to extend him at some point. Derek's a great player, great person, and he embodies what a Panther is. Right. I'll really defer to our PR department on that. I kind of stay out of that stuff. I think it's not just one priority. I think we have to add a bunch of depth all over the place. I think that we got to just add really good football players that are tough, passionate, play with a chip on their shoulder, and again, have that dog mentality that we talked about earlier. I don't think it's just one thing or one position that we need to add to. We just got to get better at all facets. I think it's pretty high on the list. I think it's pretty evident that our offensive line, struggled at times last year. We got to get better in that area, and, we're going to do everything in our power to make that happen. Yeah, as of now, he's the lead back going forward. Him along with Miles Sanders, I think they're two really good backs that I think can come along and keep getting better together. And, I'm looking forward to seeing both of them under the new regime. I think definitely, to your point, I think that's a very valid point. Set in a firm pocket so Bryce can step up. I think that's really important to us right now. I think Icky, the plan is to leave him on the outside at left tackle. I'm excited to see him develop under the new regime, the new offensive line coaches. I'm excited for that potential. Yeah, I think wide receiver-wise, I think is a strength. I think it's pretty obvious. It's not a secret that we need to add more playmakers in that room. I think there's multiple positions that have players that we like and embody what we want, which is toughness and, that passion for the game. Yeah, I think he's trending that way right now. Obviously, there's no guarantees. We still got to have a little while until that happens, but it's trending in a good direction. He's 23 years old. He's young. He's, it's been 3 years in the league now. I think he's only going to get better and better. And I think when you bring the right coaches in, that maybe can help him out and, get him better, I think that I'm confident in that.
How much of what happened last year was to do with scheme
Yeah, I'm really not going to get into, scheme or coaches from last year. I'm just looking forward to him progressing and getting better. Icky's motivated to be better. He's hungry. I've had multiple talks with him on different occasions, and he's hungry to get better and be one of the better left tackles in the league.
Dan, in terms of receivers, how fairly can you grade Mingo's rookie season and all four of those areas?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit, unfair. Him being a rookie, it's hard for rookie wideouts to come in this league and just, have instant success and just dominate from the get-go. Again, a young player that's still developing, has all the tools you need to be a really good receiver in this league, and I'm looking forward to the future with him.
With that said,
there's been a lot said about Dave Canales being able to adjust to his personnel, particularly to the quarterback. How have you seen him adjust to personnel outside of whether that be the offensive line? I know you're not trying to get into scheme too
Yeah,
much,
yeah.
but just generally speaking, how does it?
Yeah, to your point, I think Dave does a really good job of knowing his personnel and setting his personnel up, to achieve the best results. He knows what his players do good, and he's not going to ask them to do something they can't do. So,
So something a lot of other people have addressed on the rebound, just taking over for Scott. One of your best friends, arguably. How will your regime and your leadership differ than him and his after you were his right hand?
yeah, I think we're different people. We have different philosophies. Not everybody has the same philosophies. When you're the final decision maker, it's always different. And I love Scott. He taught me a lot. We're still friends to this day. I'm just looking forward to the future. I think no matter how many picks we have, we're looking to add impact players at every position. We want to build depth. We want to build competition on this roster. But the 33rd pick, that doesn't mean that we can't do that. So I think all options are on the table at that 33rd pick as well.
Dan, since you've been around, the tight end position really hasn't been an impact position from a receiving standpoint. It's
Right.
more of a blocking position. What do you think you guys need to do with that position to kind of open things up?
I think schematically, again, Coach Canales, I think he's going to do a great job of setting guys up for success, putting them in the right position, not asking them to do stuff that they don't want to do, that they can't do well. So I think, from the tight end spot, I think we have some capable guys there that, I think that we'll see them progress and hopefully help us in the future.
To follow up on that, what did you see from Tommy Tremble last year when he was kind of more major?
Yeah. Tommy's a really good athlete. He's really tough in the run game. I think he's actually pretty underrated when it comes to that. But I think the future is bright for him. I think he has a lot of ability as not only a receiver but also as a blocker.
How much is this combine and even all season in general about hybrid?
I think it's about improving the Carolina Panthers, not just Bryce Young. Bryce is just one piece of the puzzle. Obviously, he's the quarterback, and I get your question. But we're looking to build depth, we're looking to build competition, and we're looking to build a team that this city can be proud of.
Heading into this combine, what you're looking for and how you evaluate?
Yeah, I think it's really just about identifying the type of DNA that we want to infuse in our locker room, in our building. Bringing those passionate players, that love football, they love to compete, and they just love the game. So our conversations, we've had a ton of them. They haven't all been about that. They've been about scheme and just, the future, and we're really excited about the future here.
Your philosophy is it more best player available or
Yeah, I think it would be best player available. I think if all things are equal, that will go with the need. But yeah.
Dan, I know Brad Ziegler was pretty early in his coaching career. He left Seattle, but obviously Coach on. Did you get to know Brad kind of before you coaching?
I did. I did. I've actually known him since, he's been a little kid. I work with his dad, John Idzik, and he was kind of a youngster, kind of around the office back when I was a pro scout in Seattle. So it's crazy how things come full circle, and I think it's pretty cool.
When will your two starting guards be cleared? Is there any thought to add people on the side?
Yeah, our starting guards, they're progressing. Obviously, they had injuries and landed on IR last year, and I think both those guys are sick about that and super motivated to come back stronger next year. But again, we're going to look to add depth and competition at every spot, not just the guard spot. So I think future-wise, we're focused on the O-line, but that's not the only position we're looking to focus on.
You have a lot of decisions to make over the next couple of weeks. Where are you at with that position as far as JC, Dante, and everything?
Yeah, I think we're still working through things. Just talking to Coach Canales, working with Brand Tillis. We've had a lot of conversations just about, the roster, what the future looks like. So we're still working through that.
What do you think so much last year people call the all-star coaching staff? This year, kind of defense came back intact. Offense, I think that's a little bit more mix and match. Your thoughts on what last year's staff was like versus this year?
I'm not going to make any comparisons on the staffs. What I can say is I'm really excited about this staff. I think we have a lot of young and veteran talent on that staff, and I'm just looking forward to see them help our players grow and develop.
Last year, you said that you were excited about kind of scouting through front.
Yeah.
The first time, you have a better this offseason than last offseason from a scouting perspective.
I do. I feel like, Coach Ijiro, I think, is one of the best defensive coordinators in the NFL, and I think will be a head coach here very soon. And, just to talk to him every day and see his vision for the defense, I think our whole scouting staff, not just myself, have a really good feel of what we want, and we're going to be able to go out and attack that.
Speaking of vision for there, a lot of defensive players have been outspoken about wanting to keep the guys together. I know that's not just an off-season thing this year, but next year. When you're talking about this, how far ahead are you playing in 2025?
Yeah, I always think, it's a 2 to 3 year plan. We're always looking ahead, always trying to, look at future free agent classes, draft classes, just to kind of see maybe where we're weak and where we can add in, this year and supplement this year, just to plan for the future.
Is that a priority to keep the defense?
Yeah, of course, you want to keep your defense together, not only the coaching staff, but the players. We'd love to keep everybody together, but, with the salary cap, it's not always a reality. Yeah, Brant's been great to work with. Me and Brant didn't know each other very well before this, but our working relationship, you would never guess that right now. Super smart guy, is really good with the cap, the understanding of the cap, and I'm really excited about our future of working together.
And with those cap conversations, just like the sudden kind of jump to the salary cap makes the franchise tag a little bit more palatable if you needed to use it.
Yeah, I think Brant does a really good job of projecting the salary cap, so it wasn't quite a surprise to us that it was going to be that. So we have a plan moving forward. Whether that helps the franchise tag or not, that's still up for discussion.
All right, thank you. We'll have a
Thanks, guys.
over here.
Yeah.